Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel, exploring the psychology of the people in the Netherlands. Have you ever wondered why the Netherlands Dutch people are often seen as one of the happiest people in the world? A fascinating question, isn't it? What makes them so content? Is it their unique culture or maybe their psychology? Today we're going to delve into the psychology of the Dutch people, using a case study approach to understand their mindset better. We'll explore their directness, work-life balance, and much more. So, dive with me into the fascinating world of Dutch psychology. The Dutch happiness paradox. Let's begin with a phenomenon known as the Dutch happiness paradox. Now, this may sound like a quirky title for a mystery novel, but it's actually a peculiar psychological conundrum. Despite the Netherlands boasting one of the highest standards of living globally, with strong healthcare, education, and economic stability, surveys have found that the Dutch report lower levels of happiness compared to other countries. Quite a paradox indeed. So what could possibly be behind this intriguing phenomenon? Well, let's delve into some potential psychological factors that might be contributing to this paradox. One theory suggests that the Dutch's high expectations for happiness could be at play. In a society where everyone is doing well, the bar for happiness is set incredibly high. The pressure to maintain this high standard of happiness can ironically lead to feelings of discontentment and unhappiness. Another perspective considers the Dutch culture of moderation and pragmatism. The Dutch have a saying, "Doe gewoon dan doe al gek genoeg," which translates to "just act normal, that's already crazy enough." This cultural norm encourages contentment with the status quo and discourages the pursuit of excessive happiness, which could potentially lower reported happiness levels. There's also the aspect of the Dutch's direct and blunt communication style. While this approach is appreciated for its honesty, it can sometimes come across as harsh and could potentially impact the perception of happiness. Lastly, we must consider the Calvinistic roots of Dutch society. Calvinism emphasizes hard work, frugality, and modesty, which could potentially influence the Dutch's perception of happiness and satisfaction. Each of these factors, individually or in combination, could be coloring the Dutch's perception of happiness, creating a unique cultural landscape where high living standards don't necessarily equate to high levels of reported happiness. Is it possible that these factors could be contributing to the Dutch happiness paradox? Let's explore further. Our journey into the psychology of the Dutch is just beginning. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this fascinating conundrum. A case study: Dutch directness. One of the key aspects of Dutch psychology is their directness. Let's delve into a fascinating case study that highlights how this unique characteristic contributes to the overall happiness of the Dutch. Imagine you're in a meeting with a Dutch colleague who tells you straight to your face that your presentation was subpar. It might feel like a punch in the gut at first, but in the Netherlands, this kind of frank feedback is seen as a gift. Dutch people value honesty and transparency above all else in their communication. They believe that being upfront eliminates misunderstandings and promotes clarity. It's not about being rude or unkind, it's about being genuine and real. This directness fosters a culture of open dialogue and trust, which in turn contributes to their well-being. This Dutch directness extends beyond the workplace and interpersonal relationships. Dutch people are known to express their feelings and opinions openly, whether it's telling a friend their new haircut doesn't suit them or expressing dissatisfaction with a loved one's behavior. While this might seem harsh to some, it actually strengthens relationships in the Netherlands. It fosters a sense of authenticity and trust, as people know exactly where they stand with each other. There's no room for guesswork or hidden agendas, which can often lead to stress and anxiety. Moreover, this directness also impacts how Dutch people handle conflict. Instead of avoiding or suppressing disagreements, they tackle them head-on. They view conflict as a chance to understand different perspectives and find a common ground. This approach not only helps resolve issues quickly, but also enhances their emotional health by preventing pent-up frustrations or resentments. The Dutch directness, then, is not just about being brutally honest. It's a way of life that promotes transparency, trust, and emotional well-being. It's a refreshing take on communication that cuts through the fluff and gets straight to the point. This directness, while sometimes seen as off-putting to outsiders, is a critical part of Dutch psychology. It's not just a quirk, it's a key ingredient in their recipe for happiness. Case study: Dutch work-life balance. Another key factor in Dutch psychology is their emphasis on work-life balance. In the Netherlands, the concept of work-life balance isn't just a buzzword. It's a lifestyle. The Dutch have mastered the art of balancing their professional and personal lives in a way that contributes significantly to their overall well-being. Let's explore this through a case study. Meet Jan, a software engineer from Amsterdam. Like many Dutch, Jan works a 4-day week, a common practice in the Netherlands. This allows him ample time to pursue his passions, spend quality time with his family, and engage in leisure activities. As a result, Jan reports higher satisfaction levels and lower stress compared to his counterparts in countries where longer working hours are the norm. But it's not just about the number of hours worked. The Dutch work culture also fosters a healthy work-life balance. It encourages flexible working hours and remote working, enabling individuals to tailor their work schedules to their personal needs and circumstances. This flexibility gives Jan the freedom to drop his kids off at school, take a midday break for a bike ride, or even work from a cafe if he wishes. Moreover, the Dutch deeply value their leisure time. They don't just see it as time away from work, but as an essential part of their lives that enhances their overall happiness. Jan, for example, enjoys painting and often participates in local art exhibitions. This not only provides him with a creative outlet, but also allows him to connect with his local community, further enriching his life. The Dutch approach to work-life balance encompasses more than just working less. It's about creating a harmonious blend of work and personal life that promotes happiness, reduces stress, and fosters personal satisfaction. It's a culture that respects personal time, values flexibility, and understands that happiness and productivity go hand in hand. The Dutch work-life balance is an essential aspect of their psychology, contributing to their overall happiness. By embracing this balance, the Dutch have not only created a more fulfilling work environment, but also a happier and healthier society. Summing up, so what have we learned about the psychology of the Dutch? Well, we've seen that this small windmill-dotted nation nestled in the heart of Europe is a veritable treasure trove of psychological insights. The Dutch happiness paradox, Dutch directness, and the Dutch work-life balance all contribute uniquely to the psychology of the Dutch people. Our exploration began with the Dutch happiness paradox. Despite the Netherlands' relatively high taxes and often gloomy weather, the Dutch are consistently ranked among the happiest people on earth. This paradox is a testament to the Dutch's psychological resilience. They've learned to focus on the positive aspects of life, appreciating the small joys and maintaining a contentedness that isn't easily swayed by external circumstances. Next, we delved into the realm of Dutch directness. The Dutch are known for their straightforward communication style, which can sometimes come across as blunt to those unaccustomed to it. But this directness signifies a deep-rooted value for honesty and transparency. It's a reflection of their belief in the importance of clear communication for building trust and avoiding misunderstandings. This aspect of Dutch psychology encourages open dialogue and fosters an environment where everyone feels heard and understood. Then, we examined the Dutch work-life balance. The Dutch have a strong belief in the importance of leisure time and maintaining a healthy balance between work and personal life. This is evident in their part-time work culture and the value they place on family time and outdoor activities. Their approach to work-life balance promotes mental well-being and reduces stress, contributing to their overall happiness. But perhaps the most striking aspect of Dutch psychology is how these elements intertwine. The happiness paradox, the directness, the work-life balance. Each of these aspects doesn't exist in isolation. They are interconnected in a way that forms a cohesive psychological framework, shaping the Dutch's perception of life and their interaction with the world around them. In essence, the Dutch have cultivated a mindset that prioritizes happiness, honesty, and balance. They've created a society where people feel content, heard, and stress-free. And it's these elements of their psychology that make the Dutch, the Dutch. Understanding these aspects of Dutch psychology provides a fascinating insight into why the Dutch are among the happiest people in the world. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.